20 acres south of Prineville, Oregon for sale with us here at Wilco Land. My name is Miles McLaughlin. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about our business, a lot of bit about the land. Things I'm going to cover: utilities, how to access, and how to do your own due diligence. So to get you started, we're a small business located out of South Dakota. We buy property across the country, oftentimes sight unseen, and we resell it on the internet. A little bit more of a non-traditional real estate model, offering more of a self-service model. So to get started with this property, it's 20 acres in one of my favorite areas to work. This is outside of Prineville, Oregon. Prineville's growing quickly. This is Central Oregon. We're really close to Bend. I'll pull it up on a map here in a minute. I'll also get to utilities and how to visit the property as well. But first, taking a look at a couple photos, we get an idea of what we're looking at. There's a trailer on one of the properties, right? This is an abandoned trailer. I think this is some sort of outhouse pit based on the photographer notes. So we had a photographer go out there. This has obviously been an abandoned property. Looks like the neighbor or somebody has fenced a portion of the property. So you're gonna have some of it fenced, and you're gonna find out this is actually 3 legal lots. And I'll get into that a little bit later in this video and what that means to this property. This is buildable. So this is in Riverside Ranch. People build out here, people camp, people homestead, people farm, people recreate, right? This is south of Oregon. Let's pull it up on a map, or south of Prineville, Oregon, and let's pull it up on a map and show you kind of where we're looking. I did discuss something and said this is 3 legal lots, totaling 20 acres. Why are we selling 3 lots next to each other? Why not try and sell all 3 of them separately? Because in this specific subdivision in Oregon, you need 20 acres to build. It doesn't have to be adjacent acreage or contiguous acreage. They could be 5 acres here, 10 acres here, 5 acres here, right? Not necessarily adjacent. That's what we have here. I'm going to pull it up on Google Earth to show you exactly what I'm talking about right now. This is what we have: 3 legal lots. One is close to 10 acres. The other 2 are just over 5 acres. So this is what I'm talking about. What this does, owning all 20 acres, increases the property value a lot because it's now a buildable lot. And jumping into utilities, since we're talking about building, the utilities out here, you're probably not going to get city water or sewage. This is probably well and septic in this neck of the woods. That's attractive to a lot of people. A lot of people want a more rural location to homestead or build or invest in and vacation to on the weekends. When it comes to power, what I look at is I see these other people, kind of living back here or having some sort of homes back here or some sort of residences. Those are great signs that there's going to be power nearby, and that would probably be one of the least of my worries. It's a pretty cool property back here. And you can see this is kind of where those trailers are, those mobile homes that have been, left behind. And these are all potential building sites. I don't think you can build on all 3 of them. That was a question somebody asked me. I don't think you can have 3 houses since you have 20 acres. Contact the county and double check. But that would be my assumption. I know our photographer did mention a bunch of power lines out here. So like I said, power is going to be probably available. You can contact the city to verify on well and sewage, but I'm guessing you're going to be hooking up to a well. You're going to be drilling a well, and you're going to be drilling sewage. And seeing other people, they're living out here, that's a great sign, meaning the well isn't 1,000 feet deep, and putting a septic system in isn't impossible. So that's a great sign. You might want to build on this, maybe this one up here with some nice views of the valley, maybe this one down here. So they're all cool properties. Maybe contact the county. Can I put my shop on one of the properties, my home on one of the properties? What can I do on all 3 of them, right? How do you take advantage of them? So that's something to contact the county about. Again, I have this linked in our listing. Let's zoom out and show you where we're at. I'm looking northeast, southwest. So we've got the Prineville Reservoir over here, and we've got Prineville up here to the north. So we're all the way down in this neck of the woods. Again, Bend, Oregon. Redmond, Bend is just over here to the west. So that's where we're at. A lot of growth in this area. Cool spot for rural residents out here. Again, if you're looking to see what I'm looking at on Google Earth, click here. For those looking to visit, take a look at our aerial photos and get an idea of the landscape. So when I look at this, if I'm going to go visit this property and it's not marked by survey markers, well, guess what? On this east side of the property is kind of where this person's living. So that's kind of your cutoff, right? When you're out there, and okay, on this back end of this property is a clearing. Look for little features in the landscape. That's not the greatest example, but features in the landscape that are a dead giveaway of where your property is. Like On the west end of this property starts a driveway. Google Earth has a ruler, and you can see, from your property line to this driveway is roughly, let's see how many feet that is, roughly 125 feet. Walk it out when you're out there. The width of this property is roughly, and we've got it measured out, I think in the listing photos, 280 feet, right? And so measured out, this road kind of wraps around the north boundary of this parcel. This is where the trailers are. So visualizing this before you go is going to help understand where your layout is. If I were going to build, I'd get a surveyor out there. But before buying it, that's not necessarily always necessary. So you can get a pretty good idea of what you're buying. Another app that you can use is an app like Onyx. And you can do different map layers on Onyx, but I have it pulled up right now. It's got parcel lines and ownership. We bought it from the Chapins, so that's who it's showing right now. These things don't get updated right away. This is a new property for us, so these things won't get updated right away. But something you're gonna want when you're looking at map layers on Onyx is to make sure that you have the Oregon private lands on there. And that's gonna show these parcel lines. And when you're actually on the property, for example, and you have Onyx open, you can download the map so it works when you're offline if you don't have cell phone connection. But when you're actually on the property, your dot, while you're walking, will walk with you along these property lines like my mouse is on the computer. So if you're standing here, it'll show on your phone as you're looking down on it. If you walk across here, you'll be able to see yourself walk across the property. So again, for those that want to visit, simply use the GPS coordinates to access these properties. You can use these approximate addresses too. They're super close to the land. But let me just show you how this works. I'm just Googling GPS coordinates, just like somebody's home address. It's going to bring you up to it. Kind of study the access route. Sometimes Google Maps will bring you down some wonky route that isn't necessarily the right way to do it. But you're just using GPS coordinates to go visit these properties, giving you a bird's eye view of where we are on the map with this area. These are great investment lots as well. With the way the Prineville is growing, it's going to be hard to lose on these investments. Let's see what else we have. So that's kind of our inventory database there. We've got more GPS coordinates for all three parcels. We've got them identified with the parcel numbers as well. When it comes to land use and zoning, we've got the county website right here. We've got their phone number. We've got the zoning information. You can actually click to view the zoning info right here. It's going to pull up the codes and things like that. So if you're looking for development, that's there. We've got some additional info as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I have to say on this property. We've got aerial photos. We've got a bunch of other photos on these lots. All three of them are captured in these photos. Some really great views from the properties as well. So looking for a horse property, looking for an investment, maybe a place for your shop and a home. This is really great. We can get an idea what the roads are like back there. It's going to be a cool area to look at. And as always, we offer seller financing on all of our deals, and we offer discounts for cash buyers. So I think I've covered all my bases on this video. Kind of showed you my favorite app to visit properties is going to be Onyx. Taught you how to use GPS coordinates. We looked into Google Earth aerial imagery of these properties. They're all pretty flat with some nice views and some good vegetation out there. And we covered that these are buildable lots, plus a lot of other opportunity exists with these investments. So happy land hunting. We've got more listings on our homepage. You'll see me in more of these videos as well. If you're in the market for Oregon, feel free to sign up to our email list. I can show you new properties as they come available here. Otherwise, feel free to take a gander at the homepage. Maybe something in another state interests you. So we'll talk to you later. Call me if you have questions, 605-250-1256. Thank you.